What is going on? I am Johnny Von Duke and you are watching Disney Channel. Why the fuck do I keep doing this intro?
Why am I sweaty? Why am I out of breath? Why am I telling you questions you did not ask, and why am I answering them? Well, that's just because I got done hiking around town, mostly Millersville University College, because it is no surprise to anyone. A town that has a college as old as the town itself will be haunted out the ass. Supposedly. Now, I've lived in this town my whole life. Never seen a ghost here whatsoever. But when I was doing research for this video, thought it would be kinda cool, you know? Even though I've never seen these things myself, there are accounts of them. Very shaky ones, as we will get into in the actual video, because oh my lord, that's a hashing and a half. And overall, I'm gonna say I had fun doing this, but let me tell you, I am not gonna go on another hike anytime soon. I don't even want to go to work tomorrow now. This was a fun video to do. I like exploring haunted places. I never knew that the college was haunted. I've always heard stories, but when I could find actual repeated stories online, yeah, that I found that interesting really fast. And yeah, what can I say, man? It's a haunted college in my hometown, so we will get into all that. Now, some real quick exposition.
From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Millersville University of Pennsylvania, commonly known as Millersville University, the Ville, or MU, is a public university in Millersville, Pennsylvania. It is one of the 14 schools that comprise the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education, PASHE. Founded in 1855 as the first normal school in Pennsylvania, Millersville is accredited by the Middle States Association of Colleges and Secondary Schools 3 and the Pennsylvania Department of Education 4. First established in 1854 as the Millersville Academy out of the since demolished Old Main 5, the Academy specialized in a series of workshop-style teacher institutes in response to the 1834 Free School Act of Pennsylvania 6.
Okay, is this working? I don't really use this thing for video, so this will be interesting. But right now we are walking to Millersville University because, well, there are a few quote-unquote haunted areas. Now, this is a university. I'm not going to be able to get permission in any way, shape, or form. Thank you, car, for ruining this section. But yeah, so I don't know. We're not going to be able to get into any place, but if I can film and video the outside of it, tell you guys the stories, that would be pretty cool. Man, I really hate fucking walking, but I can't take my car because basically no public parking whatsoever. And man, this is uphill. Like, that's downhill. We're going uphill. Yay. And I have these guys in auto because, well, I'm a photographer, not a videographer, so whatever. Part of me just wants to take the easy way out and, like, take that turn that I know goes directly over to the first college building, but the closest haunted area is actually right up ahead, so we gotta keep going uphill for a little bit. Approaching our first haunted location, we gotta go down the hill first. Yay, downhill. Take another turn in that little parking lot area, and we will be to what I think it was the Pike House I was reading about. You'll hear the story in the next section, so don't worry. Or, well, when we actually see the building, or you'll see how I edit this. Right there we go, boys and girls. It's just right up the road, if I can get the fucking focus. There we go. Just right up the fucking street.
This happened when I was a Millersville University police officer working 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. at the time when the station was located within the Pike House. The locker rooms were in the basement along with a small storage room about the size of a closet that we used to store confiscated alcohol. When I first became employed there, I was changing at the end of my shift in the locker room. I could clearly hear a man's voice, then a woman's voice, but could not understand what they were saying. It sounded like they were in the basement with me. I pulled my duty revolver and searched the entire building both inside and out, only to find nothing. Little did I know then that it would soon become a regular nightly occurrence I learned to ignore. Submitted by Anonymous.
Notable thing, that is the Millersville University Police Station, or at least the back of it. Yes, the university here has their own police. And this story actually relates to the police, believe it or not. And yep, right there, that's the Pike House. Holy crap. A haunted house right here in my home bloody town. Okay, time for a little story time, I guess. Now, it's a pretty small place, obviously, but at the time this was used for, well, storage. This was an area used for confiscation and the like. Now, I don't want to get too close. This is private property of the like, so I want to stay in the parking lot. But, so apparently one night, and this would happen several more times with several other officers, but before the station was the station, or, well, it doesn't really fully say if the station was there or not. I'll have to fully check with history. Probably was, but so essentially what would happen was, what happened at this place was, so this is freaky as hell. Like, nobody knows if it's like a spirit, a ghost, blah, 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 whatever, that mumbo jumbo. Yeah, I'm saying mumbo jumbo in front of the place where there's actively recorded to be a ghost, but yeah. So anyway, so over a series of several days, several weeks, several months, this went on for a long time, stuff would just get thrown around the house, banged up, and other stuff. It was horrifying and weird. People would hear voices in the middle of the night. It was really a freaky incident. And I'm going to get a few more photos, but considering this is right next to a police station, I don't want to be here for that much longer, obviously. Yeah, so there you go.
In the late 70s, a friend and I walked to Stayer Research Center at the college one night in October. As we sat on the swings talking, we saw the head and shoulders of a pale white woman. Her hair was in a bun, and her blouse had a high lace collar. She seemed to be crying. My friend saw her face, and I saw her from 3/4. There was a feeling of incredible sadness. I just felt like crying. We left hurriedly and never discussed that night with each other. Several years later I met up with a mutual friend who said she and her roommate also had a similar meeting with the sad young woman around the same time of a different year. I wonder who she lost. Submitted by Pete.
I apologize, that is really loud. I have no way of counteracting that, but as you can see, there was the last house we were at. Here is Stayers Hall, I believe it's called. I'm probably saying it wrong, so we'll double check when we do the story section of this with the lovely voiceover thing that we have, because I don't like my voice at all, so we'll have the AI do it for me. But so essentially at the time this was a research center, and oh, I like that, class of 2005, that's really cool. But anyway, so at the time this was a research center. And from what few sources I can find, and I'm not gonna take the time to have the AI story bucket, but so apparently in this place, according to several other accounts too of people who apparently saw this ghost, there was a pale woman in like a bun or something, like her hair was up in a bun. She was in a white dress, I believe it said. Super generic story, obviously, but I'm not a big ghost guy, but I find this kind of cool that there are apparently haunted areas, you know, in my hometown, so that's kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, so apparently in the 80s and the 70s and the like, they would see this like pale woman with like this bun hair. I guess they called her the bun ghost or something, I don't fucking know. That's all I remember really. But this is Stayers Hall. That is bloody annoying. And yeah, the last place we were at is literally just up there, so you literally just walk from there and you're here. So time to document the next part of my journey. This ain't really so much about the haunted locations. There's so much small footnote, but figured you guys would appreciate this cool little excuse to tour the local area. Why not? Following from that loud annoyance over there, you just come up the steps, come down this way, and we are gonna be on our way over to, well, the next area. Now I'm not too sure which building it is. It's none of these buildings. We got a little bit ways to go, but down past that park too. But I'm gonna go to what I think is the math building. I don't know. It doesn't really specify which building it is for the website, but that's where our next story is, the math wing. So let's go check that out. Why not? Performance hall, huh? How well can you perform, Claire? Tell me, Claire. How well can you perform? It's a bird. Hello, bird. What's up, bird? How you doing, bird? You walking across the street? Oh, he's going. He's going. He is gone. He got too close. He got too close to us.
I was in Dutcher Hall and could smell food cooking. When I went to look who was cooking the food, there was nobody else in the building and all the doors were locked. Submitted by Wally.
I am constantly double checking the facts as we are walking through here. So 3 areas reported. This is where the main story was. Now at one point Dutcher's Hall was apparently a place where people cooked at and ate in once upon a time. Not anymore. It's used for something else now. I'm not sure what. But yeah, so in all of the areas where people would eat at, we got another area way up yonder to go to, but people would just always hear the sounds of people eating, drinking, cooking, and all that shit. I'm only gonna play one story for it though, because my god, so many of them that are written down are just not trustworthy. I'm not gonna link to them. It would be kind of useless. I will link to one site and one site only because it doesn't feel as stupid as the rest. Keep in mind, all of them feel pretty stupid. I know there's a small chance the ghost could be real, but yeah, I don't have a lot of stock in it. I'm not much of a ghost guy. I've seen one ghost in my life that I've actually believed in, and that was all the way up in Ironville. The Headless Horseman, man. I've seen that thing several times, and that's another thing, another story for another time. Well, not really even much of a story. Like, I just saw a ghost. What do you want me to say? Shoot me. Now, real quick, before we get to over to the math wing, which is over there, I believe. First, we got to talk about one of the many accounts of the dining hall. Now, this is not going to be the next story. We have a different story for a different dining hall at a different part of the campus, but we'll get there when we get there. So, what people would say in this dining hall is they wouldn't smell food. That would be in our next story, funnily enough, but it would be the exact opposite. And I'm not going to play them because I don't find them really worth time. They're really short. I might not even do the same for the next one, or I might just play it in place of both. We'll see how this pans out. But so people would hear the sounds of cooking and shit when there would be no cooking done. That is really funky and weird and fascinating. And this little outcropping here is really cool. And yeah, it's just down the steps from that walk area we were at, not too far away. So there you go. So there's a nice little garden here too. Love this garden, love this pond. Shit's awesome. We are in the last section of our journey. And for the first part of our journey, we have the last dining hall. This is the modern one. This is the current one. This is where people eat at. I almost said eat and slept. I am not thinking it straight, but this would be the third area where people would hear the sounds of people cooking and eating and all that stuff when nobody would be there.
One day at school my friend came into math class saying the elevator had opened twice when he walked past it with nobody inside. When I walked past it one day when I got within a few feet it did the same thing, no motion sensors or anything. Not sure what that was about. Submitted by Anonymous.
There are not any stories of this written down, but I would hear from various people over the years about this pond area. I am not a very good storyteller, but how they would tell the story to me is facing this way, they would always see, not where the geese are standing, but around underneath the tree. College students all the time growing up would tell me they swear to God at night they would see a ghost underneath that tree. I don't believe it, but hey, fun little footnote while we're here. Because we are also in the area where somewhere the math wing is. And I don't know which one the math wing is at all. So, yeah, there's that. So yeah, here is the general area of it though. One of these buildings is the math wing, I know that much. And there you go. We will play the little story clip over it. We'll have some nice imagery to go alongside, and we will continue forward. Ciao. Another famous non-written down ghost story is that of the old library. Now the new library is right over there. It's actually a pretty big building. You can't see it because of all the trees, but in the old library, people swear to God they would just see an old-ass librarian working around at night who everybody swore to God never worked there. You know, your classic stereotypical ghost stories. I'm sorry a lot of these stories are unimpressive or, well, unimpressive coming out of my mouth. We'll see how the formal stories actually sound when we get to those parts in each segment and section. Man, this is going to be a horrid thing to edit, but we will move forward, suffer. I don't know where I'm going to put this section of the video because I don't really have anything to go with this. I don't have anything to link to, just random stories college students have told me. So there's that, I guess. Yeah. By the way, yeah, there's the actual library now. Big library. Big library for a town of around 8,000 people. That's right. 8,000 people live in this. What is this? What is this stuff? I don't know what this stuff is. Oh, that's actually kind of ugly. Yeah. Dang. We are in a red zone. The zone is red. Well, that didn't take long. That did not take long at all for someone to take one of those. Go figure. Library is all the way down the road. Here is the Student Memorial Center, dedicated to all the students who have lived and died on the campus throughout the years, all the old students and the like. And it is at this part where we get to, well, the last stop for another section of the video you saw already probably. And then, well, maybe after, I don't know. And then to the last stop, the actual last stop, which takes place in one of the dorm buildings, interestingly enough, which is just past this point. Man, I am really getting tired of walking. Like, this ain't that much walking. I do more walking than this when I'm at actual work, but damn. This is a lot of walking that I'm not used to outside in the climate. Yeah.
Was sleeping in my room in West Village, one of the new residence halls, when I was awoken by a strange noise. I open my eyes and see a dark-looking figure standing by my door. I screamed and the dark figure disappears. My roommate was away for the weekend. It happened again next week at the same time. It only happens on Saturday at 3 a.m. Submitted by Taylor. In the early 90s I was in a house for college and a voice said my name. I found out the other people living there in the basement heard voices of people talking. Submitted by Emma.
Eating and all that stuff when nobody would be there. And then, last but not least, we have, which I'm not going to get too close to because I don't want to, like, you know, invade on people's privacy, because this is the dorm section or one of them. This would be where people would just hear random sounds in the bump of the night. Now, I got, whoa. Focus there, camera, focus. That's no bueno. That's no bueno. My camera really does not like this part anymore. It really doesn't, but... So in this section, essentially, people would always just hear sounds of bumping in the night and the like. Screaming, different sounds and the such. I am going to play the one, I've said this 100 times, you guys know the drill by now. I'm going to play the one section of this. I'm going to have some stock imagery, maybe some of my own photographs. I haven't taken that many photographs while I'm up here because sun's beating down on me pretty good and I want to get over with this fast as heck. I'll have plenty of stock images to go along with this, but... So yeah, enjoy the story depending on if this came before or after, you know. Here's my crappy commentary. Let's head back, shall we? Because I want to go home really badly. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I like doing this. This was fun walking around the town getting these short little video clips doing my very, very bad and horrendous commentary, but so much walking, I feel exhausted. Yikes. And plus I wanted to get this done early in the morning. Also, it probably doesn't help the fact that between you, me, and everyone watching this, I did a work shift last night till like 2 a.m. and I didn't get any sleep. I went into work at like 5 p.m. So yeah, 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's really fun. Then I didn't sleep at all because fucked around with other shit like Gundams and the like, so there's that. Edited some photos, there's that too. Now I'm gonna edit this. Yay. This video is either going to be one of my favorite ones because of how different it is, or it's going to be my least favorite because of how bad it's going to be. We'll see how it goes. Don't worry, I'll figure it out as we go. We'll see. Bye-bye, college. See ya. We're still technically on the college grounds, but once we get past that stop sign up there, that's when we're off the campus finally. Thank God, this adventure, this journey, this whole thing is over with. It's done for. It doesn't matter. Millersville Marauders up there. You can barely see the sign. That is like my favorite place to eat right there. The Sugar Bowl, that place is lit. I know it looks like a small, like, out-of-the-way building, but place is a really good place to get pizza, I'm telling you. But anyway, guys, at this point, I'm going to have to divert to, start walking back, waddling home, and I don't want y'all following me in real life, so this is where we have to part ways at this nice, lovely intersection. I have been Johnny Von Duke, and it is time. Take it away, other me. Woo! Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. It's pretty much a nothing burger, but if you've been watching my channel for all 8 years that's existed, you should know that's kind of what we do here. Anyway, if you somehow found yourself enjoying it, click over here to watch another video, click over here to watch another degenerate video, click here to subscribe to my channel, then click down there for, well, whatever lazy lack of originality content I put there. Anyway, get the fuck out of here, you filthy animal. Goodbye.